coming up, it's 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 there.
Some theorists would use the existence of the universe to prove the existence of God. They would argue that everything that exists was caused to exist. The universe exists, so it too must have a cause. There must have been something eternal, without a beginning or end, that is, that was not caused by anything. The eternal first cause is God, and therefore God exists. The teleological argument is sometimes called the design argument. This is William Paley's teleological argument. William Paley argued that if you found a watch in a field, you would know that the watch had been designed. This is because the watch is complicated and has moving parts that work together, and it cannot create itself. Paley argued that people are like watches. They are complicated, they have moving parts that work together, and they cannot create themselves. Paley argued that people are designed, and for Paley, that designer, that creator, was called God. Some people use religious experience to prove God exists. For example, St. Paul's conversion on the road to Damascus is a famous Christian example. A further example might be the revelation of the Quran to Muhammad, and some Christians would use the miracles of Jesus as proof that God does indeed exist. There are, of course, problems with all these arguments. Against the cosmological argument, people might argue that the Big Bang created the universe, and the universe does not need God to create it. Against the teleological argument, Darwin might argue that evolution explains why the world is so complex and why it appears as if we were designed, when in actual fact this is just an act of random chance. And finally, people can argue against religious experience because it is difficult to prove that people have actually had these experiences, and it requires you to trust the source.